Yo, what up guys, welcome back to Patch.
Welcome back.
Yes, and today we're going to be reviewing the Logitech G915 TKL or 10 keyless. I mean, we reviewed the full-size keyboard, but they finally made a TKL. How excited would you be if they made a 65% or 60%?
Ooh,
yeah,
that would be big.
Get on that, guys.
Because it's low profile and then also 60% form factor.
Yo, that'd be sick.
I like that.
Exactly. So if you guys do want to get it, we'll leave a link in the description box. This keyboard is going for $230, guys. Super expensive. And if you want, like, the full-size keyboard is $250, so I guess you're saving $20, which isn't a huge deal, right? But anyways, let's get started off with the bottom of the keyboard. And of course, you got 6 feet on the bottom. You know, they're just rubber feet. Keep the keyboard from moving. You know, all keyboards do that. And of course, we have 2 extendable feet, and they go from 4 degrees to 8 degrees. And of course, I like to have it all the way up top because I like to have my keyboard very, very slanted. I don't really like to keep it flat. And of course, if you guys look at the form factor, do you guys see how thin it is?
Super, super thin.
Look at that. That's nice.
And then the fact that it's wireless on top of that.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
And of course, they have to fit an entire battery in there because it is wireless. And it says you get 40 hours of battery life at full brightness for the RGB.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it only takes around 4 hours to charge it up.
And of course, you can play while you're charging as well. So you don't have to worry about that. And if you lower the brightness, like if you don't need it super bright, because 100% brightness is pretty dang bright, especially if you're in like a dark room when you're playing. So I turn it down to like 50, and then you just get really, really long battery life.
I just turn it off. I don't like RGB. I don't really care about that, you know? And of course, this is an all aluminum chassis as well. So, I mean, you're paying $230. There better be very, very good quality materials on this keyboard, right?
Better make my damn coffee for that price.
Yeah, exactly. And then here on top of the keyboard, you have your power button. More like a switch, not a button. So you just turn it on, turn it off. That's how you turn it on, turn it off. And then you have a micro USB connector, which charges the keyboard, which Lucas hates.
USB-C. Come on, it's 2020. What are you doing?
Yeah.
We've got we've got dongles galore here. So we've got this one, right, goes into your computer. We've got this guy, this little doohickey here, which your Bluetooth dongle will go into the end of this, and then the other end will go into this guy right here. So now, when this is hooked up to your computer, this is Wi-Fi, right? So you just keep this little doohickey on your desk. That way, whenever you need to charge, you just take that out, plug it in, and leave this to the side. So whenever you're fully charged, you just pop it back in there. For the convenience factor of that, I love it.
Yes.
This is something Logitech's been doing for a while, so this isn't really a new thing.
They do they do that with their mice too, right?
Yeah, they do it with their mice, and they've done it with other keyboards in the past. So props to them on that. That is a huge quality of life improvement for sure.
Also, it does have Bluetooth, so you guys can see there is a Bluetooth button here, and you can connect it to your phone, you can connect it to your Surface, you can connect it to your iPad or whatever, and use it like a full-size keyboard.
Or your TV.
Or your TV, yeah.
Smart TV.
So that's really cool. That's very convenient as well. I really like that feature. So this is like a keyboard that you can use basically for everything if you want, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we have the Lightspeed technology, which we didn't really experience any type of latency, you know, while we were playing.
So there's 3 different types of switches available, and the ones that we got are the clicky. So you can hear it. It's not actually that loud, considering it's a clicky switch. It's not really that loud.
Well, let me get let's get this.
Yeah, the Huntsman.
You guys want to hear the difference?
That's what Razer considers clicky, all right?
And then
not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad. Like you could use this in an office environment, you wouldn't have an issue. So we've got the clicky. It comes in a tactile, which I'd imagine would just be a little more silent than this. And of course a linear option as well, which is sort of like Cherry MX Reds. Now the clicky, not bad. This is just all we had available to us immediately. I probably would have gone with a tactile if I had a second chance. But man, this thing is it's built sturdy. It's built real sturdy. Like this thing is a brick. There's no flex at all in the chassis. And what I love, volume rocker.
The volume rocker.
I missed that.
Yeah.
I had that on my first mechanical keyboard. It was a Corsair K70. I had it so long ago, and it had that volume rocker, and I've missed it ever since. So I love having that.
And it's just super smooth as well. There's no clicks. It's smooth, you know. But it feels premium. There's no wobble or anything on it. And of course, you have media keys as well, which I love. I mean, your 60%, there's a function key, and you just use that. But then I just love it being like its own button. I love that, because when I play games, I like to play music sometimes, and I just like pause next song or whatever, mute. That's just really convenient. And then here on the left, we have some more buttons. So this button controls the brightness of the RGB. So there's 4 brightnesses, which is pretty cool. And then there is game mode. So that disables the Windows key. So if you're playing and you accidentally press the Windows key, which I do sometimes, then you screwed, right?
Yeah, and you can also set the game mode to have different lighting settings, right? So if you only use, like let's say you're playing League and you want to have your QWER highlighted, you can do that for game mode and have different profiles and things like that you can adjust.
Of course, you have a Bluetooth button. So if you want to switch from Lightspeed to Bluetooth, you just click these buttons. Last time you said you didn't like these rubber buttons, right?
Yeah, the rubber buttons, they kind of suck, but I mean, what can you do?
I mean, I don't mind it all too much. It's soft, it's easy to press, but I guess Lucas doesn't really like it.
It looks nice, but it's just, I don't know, it feels weird. It feels weird to me. And I'm gonna nitpick because I'm paying $230 for this freaking thing.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. As far as the keys go, I don't really like the finish of it. I mean, it feels premium. There's absolutely no texture to it. It's super smooth.
Yeah. It feels like if you've felt any Logitech mouse before, like a G Pro wireless, it's as smooth as that.
Yeah.
Which is a premium texture on a mouse. On a keyboard, it's kind of slippery.
It is,
slippery.
It definitely is. I mean, if your fingers get a little sticky, a little sweaty, then it kind of sticks a little bit better. But for the most part, it's slippery, and I don't really like that all too much. It feels really nice when you're typing, but then when you're gaming, I want it to be a little bit more textured, And as far as the overall key goes as well, it's really, really flat. There is a little bit of a concave shape, but for the most part, it's flat in comparing to like the Huntsman Mini and like my Durgod and also my GMMK. Like I don't really like how flat it is.
Yeah, it's a little bit more flat, but I don't mind it. It makes it look really nice when it's on the desk.
Yeah.
So I give them props for that.
I wish there was a little bit more concave, but that's not a huge deal. Going with the low profile theme of this entire keyboard, the keys, the actual keycaps are very, very thin as well. Yeah, so you can't really get like your own custom keys, I guess, unless Logitech has their own keys. And as far as the wobble goes, there is a little bit of wobble. I would say a little bit more than average. And I definitely noticed it while I was playing. Because I just rest my fingers on like the ASD keys when I'm playing, or the AWD, and it kind of wobbles a little bit. So
yeah, for me personally, I don't mind this for gaming, but I absolutely love it for typing. The typing experience on this, when you're just chatting with your friends or whatever, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I feel like I type a lot faster with this keyboard than I do with a standard mechanical keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like an illusion or what's going on, but that's just how it feels. Every single time I type on this, I feel like I'm speed racing.
Mm-hmm. And also, of course, this is a TKL, and you have your arrow keys, your home, page up, page down, all that stuff. I wish they would take this, the right part of this keyboard, and slap it on the left. Because like I want a little bit like less space between, I guess, my left and right hands when I'm playing.
You always have so much extra space on the left side of your desk.
Yeah.
And also the keyboard's something that doesn't move around. So like if you want to put a drink on your desk, which is inadvisable, but you would put it on your left side because your mouse isn't gonna like bump into it.
Exactly.
So
I
don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that should just be a change. Why is it designed like this? Like I definitely would get a TKL because like the extra media keys, function keys, a volume rocker is also something that's very, very convenient. And just slap this on the left, and I could still game comfortably, just like a 60% keyboard. So I wish they would have done that. But I mean, what is this, like 3-4 inches? It's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot better than a full-size keyboard. But that's just something to think about Logitech, or just like any other gaming company. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea, or is that just like so far from the norm that you don't think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be out there, but worth a shot, I think.
Yeah, the only reason I like TKL better than a 60% is because of this, the arrow keys. I love the arrow keys, especially when I'm just on YouTube and I want to like skip some stuff. I just do this. I don't like pressing the function and just going like this on a 60. I just like, because I am lazy.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as the software goes, you'll be using Logitech's G Hub software. And by the way, remember to turn it on when you plug it in, because it won't turn on by default if you plug it in. You have to turn it on, otherwise it won't recognize anything. So turn the keyboard on. Once you plug it in, G Hub obviously realizes it. You can put profiles on there, do pretty much everything you can do on any other keyboard with software.
Mm-hmm. All right, so wrapping things up, $230. Do you think it's worth it?
Man.
Yeah. No.
I don't think any keyboard is worth it for $230.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I love the keyboard. I love it. For $150, I'd buy it.
Like the thing is, I feel like this, if any keyboard is gonna be $230, then it should be this one though, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like as far as the quality goes, the materials, and just the feeling of the keyboard and the functionality, like what you can do, like you can replace every single keyboard that you have, you know, because of the wireless feature. I feel like like $230 is super expensive, but this keyboard is worth $230 in my opinion. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like how with wireless mice, like the G Pro Wireless is $150, which is well above any other mouse on the market aside from like the Viper Ultimate, which is, I think the premium you're paying is just for the wireless technology, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's really one of the few of its kind that can do that, they can get away with charging a price like that. Personally, I just can't justify spending that much money on a keyboard, man.
Exactly.
I can't do it.
Yeah. But if it's worth it for you and like the wireless feature and all that, then you know, go ahead and get it. You know, but if it's not and you're just like, this keyboard is gonna stay on one computer, then you should probably look elsewhere. But again, if you guys do want to cop, we'll leave a link in the description box. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
See you in the next one.